Okay, dear students, I would like to say good morning to everyone. So, in the today's sessions, now we have to discussing about in the second chapter the establishment of the company powers. In the last sessions, we are known about that some trading wars in the India. Those wars has held held among the Europeans only, but not interfere any other Indian Indian kings, isn't it? And why they are make the classes to themselves? What is the main reason for that? And whose are struggling to existence of the establish the company, isn't it? I think we are discussing the trading companies in India. The Portuguese already over in the last session. Hmm? Portuguese, who was the famous the Portuguese and who discovered the new sea route to India. He has also belongs to Portuguese. And where they are started, in which places they have started the trading centers in India. And so which are the places they had worked under the Portuguese after we have to getting the independence. Those matters we have to discuss already in the last session. Now we have to discussing the one of the important company established in India. So here, after the decline of the Portuguese, the Dutch company has arrived to India. The Dutch East India Company. The Dutch was the people of Holland. They came from Holland. To India. Isn't it? The Dutch East India Company was formed in the year of in the year 1602. The Dutch East India Company was formed in 1602. And why they have established the company in India? Which purpose? And what purpose they have established the company in India? For the trade with India and other countries of the East. So many countries they have made the trade with India during that time. Here, those countries they have made the trade with India from the east. That's why they had establishment their own company by the name Dutch East India Company. By that name, Dutch East India Company. Their main trading center in India, Triambora. In Tanjavur district. Where it is Triambur? Tanjavur district in Tamil Nadu. Where it is Tanjavur? In Tamil Nadu. The establishment the one company in Tamil Nadu at post and Serampura in Bengal, Nagapattanam, Chinasura, Patna, Balasora, Cochin, Surat, Karaikal, Kasim Bazar and Masalipattanam. Those places are the trade center of the Dutchies. Which are those where they had established or where they had opened the trade centers in India. First they had established their company in India. So Triambora, Triambara in Tanjavur district. Tanjavur, it is in Tamil Nadu. After that, extended his trading policy to Serampore in Bengal and Nagapattinam, Chinasora and Balasora, Patna, Cochin, Surat, Karaikal and Kasim Bazar and Maslipatanam. Those places have had the trade center of the Dutch. By mid 18th century, what happened? The middle of the 18th century, there the possessions were taken over the British East India Company. The colonial has captured by the British East India Company. It means the Dutchess have defeated against the British. They have occupied or occupied the colonial of the Dutchies. They have left to those trade centers to the Britishers, isn't it? And this is the detailed explanations about the Dutch, isn't it? And now move towards another one important, the company they established in India, that is Danish company. Dutch company is already over. Now we will study about that, the Danish East India Company. The Danish East India Company. The Danish East India Company. Here, the Danish East India Company was formed in the year of 1616. 1616. When I established the Danish East India Company in the year of 1616, what happened during that time? They set up their settlements at Triambora in Tamil Nadu and Serampore in Bengal, but had to sell them to East India Company by 1845. In the year of 1845, what happened? Those Danish East India Company has purchased by others. They had sold those properties. By the way, they are not trading. They are not making the trading in India, not for the long time, but within short time, they have lost everything, and they should sell their company to the others. And now we'll start that the French East India Company. It is very, very important. French East India Company. French East India Company. Here, so the French East India Company was formed in the year of 1664. The French East India Company has formed in India in the year of 1664. Unlike the British East India Company, which was the private venture in the French East India Company, was owned and controlled by the French government. Soon to compete with the British and Dutch companies. When the French East India Company has established, during that time the English East India Company and Dutch East India Company has formed. It is very embracing situations to the among three companies. Three companies, it means the French East India Company, Dutch East India Company and English East India Company. It is very, very difficult positions to face to the problems of trading. What they had done by the French. So Dutch company, the French company made the flourishing business and established their factories at Surat. Establishment of factory at Surat and the Machilipattanam and Pondicherry, now Puducherry, then Chandur Nagar, Mahe and Karaikal. These are the trading centers of the French. Which are those? The Pondicherry, Machilipattanam, Surat and Chandur Nagar, Mahe, Karaikal. These are the trading centers of the French East India Company. They had much struggling to the establishment of tradings. So among those companies, among those places, the French government has established trading centers. So it is very embracing situations to the French as well as Dutch, as though even though English is also. At the same time, at a time, those companies are established, isn't it? So that is a very critical positions to three companies. Now we are discussing the main important and the long-term durations they have ruled India. That is the English East India Company or British East India Company. The English or British East India Company. The British East India Company was started a group of wealthy merchants and so aristocrats in 1599. So always the Britishers were very alerted and planned people. What we will do and how it captured the places and how we made the trading, how we made the commerce. In such a way that all those things they have to thinking before. Whatever we will do that, they have think hardly before doing the work. So, on 31st December, on 31st of December 1600, they were granted a royal character from Queen Elizabeth Post to have exclusive right to trade with the East. It means in the England, the Queen Elizabeth has ruled the nation, England, isn't it? What she had made the rules, those rules has implemented to the Indians. So which kind of the government and which kind of the rules and regulations they has needed and which kind of the trading rules and commerce rules they had very essentials to the England, essentials to the India. Such kind of the information, such kind of the implemented to the Indian states and Indian commerce purpose. And the Queen Elizabeth has given the permissions to the started the trading in the East. It means in the India. She had given the permissions to the company. And what happened after that? She had to have exclusive right to trade with the East. The East India Company of England established its post factory at Surat. The Englishes also they had opened the factory in Surat. French also they established the factory in Surat also. And what happened after that? There is a mass clash between the French and the Englishes. And Surat in the year of 1611. In the year of the English East India Company has established the trade center in Europe as a factory in the year of 1611. They received an imperial famine in 1618 from Mughal Empire Jahangir. What was his name? Jahangir.
Jahangir. What he did, what has done by the Jahangir? Jahangir has given the permissions for the establishment of the companies, or is given the permissions to the Britishers. They had made started the trade and commerce in his kingdom, in his empire.
And uh, to set up the permanent factory at Surat, already they established the factory in Surat, but that is not a permanent, that is a temporary at the initial stage. After that, when the Britishers has got the permission or got the license by the Jahangir, the Surat, it is the permanent place to the British. And they also set up their factories in Machilipatnam, Haryapura and Balasora during 1660 to 1633. From 1616 to 1663, the Britishers were making the trade and the commerce in those places. Okay. In the year of 1699, what happened? The company has brought a piece of the land from the chieftain of the Chandragiri and founded the city of Madras. He purchased the land. It means they got over the ownership of the land. So they have purchased the land by the Chandragiri. He founded the city of Madras.
Founded the city of Madras.
Isn't it? See, now we call that Chennai. What you called to Madras now? Chennai. Chennai Super Kings. I hope you can understand. So in Chennai, here on the east coast, here they built their post port at Madras. The Britishers, they formed the port to Madras at the first time in India. And the name it is Port Saint George and made the headquarters of English settlement the Coromandel coast in India. The Englishers, they had planned about the port, that is Saint George Port.
Saint George Port. In Madras.
This constructed by the British. It is the headquarters of the English East India Company.
Headquarters of English. It is the main base of the British.
And East India Company has arrived in Bengal in 1651.
They established underground branch or opened underground branch in Bengal in the year of 1651.
1651. And established their factory on the bank of the river Hooghly with the royal famine in 1634. The British got the permission by Mughal Emperor Shahjahan to trade in Bengal. They also set up their factories in Qasim Bazar and Patna. In the year of 1661, Charles II, the King of England, got Bombay. Now dowry when he married Portuguese Princess Catherine. In 1668, the Bombay was transferred to the East India Company where the factory was established. Here what happened? The Charles II has got marriage the Portuguese Princess Rajakumari, Princess Catherine. What her name? Catherine has got married Charles II. Charles II has belongs to England. Catherine has belongs to France. Both they have got married. By the purpose, by the form of dowry. By the form of dowry, the Portuguese they left the Bombay to the English. To the English. Here, so what we can understanding of this point? What we can understanding of this point? When Charles II has got married to the Katrina, the Katrina has belongs to Portuguese, sorry, French, and so the Charles II he belongs to British. By the form of the dowry, he has left the Bombay to the British or English East India Company. Yes, what happens? Let us go in the next paragraph. You should take the home. Right, some trading centers of Dutch. The second one is right, some names of right, some trading, so centers of vanish. Then when did form the English East India Company? When did form the English East India Company, or when did establish the English East India Company? Yes, thank you.